Hey Lady, can you put your head up for a second? Hi everyone, this is Lady. Today we're saying goodbye to Lady and Missy. That's what's coming up. Before I get into the story, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then the little bell, so you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. Hi, I'm not a farm girl on a homestead adventure, and I'm going to tell you the story of our horses today and what I would do differently next time. This is Lady. Lady can be ridden. This is Missy. She had been a longtime companion of Lady's. She has a bad back and can't be ridden. Carter saved up $800 of her own money to buy a horse, and I had taken her to have riding lessons. And then it turned out the people where we had riding lessons, who were friends of ours, it wasn't like a riding school or a business. It was just friends who had given her lessons on how to take care of horses, how to ride them. I wanted her to be comfortable around them before she got a horse with her own money. They needed to move, and they were selling their horses, and they said if Carter bought Lady, then we could have Missy for free, and Leslie agreed to take care of Missy. And so we made that agreement. Well, there's a couple things wrong with that plan. At the time, Lady was pregnant, so she couldn't come home with us right away. She stayed on their farm, and then she foaled. And after she foaled, and the foal was a few months, the filly, was a few months old, they brought all three of them to our house to live, with the intention of coming back in just a month or two. Watch out, Mom, I'm right behind you. To get the foal, to get the filly, who we called Fiona, and then we would be good to go. Well, the dad and the family had a major heart surgery unexpectedly, and so I was in no way going to call them and say, hey, come get your horse, when they were going through financial crisis, health crisis, all the stuff that goes along with that. And so Fiona was here probably until she was a year old. So by the time she left, Lady had not been ridden in about 2 years because she had been pregnant. And then after that, when Fiona was on her, we just didn't ride her. Fiona was nursing, all of that. So by the time Carter got ready to ride her again, Lady was a little bit headstrong. She would get, what do they call that when they run towards the barn something. Anyway, she would take off for the barn. Carter fell off a couple times, and she just wasn't a daily rider like a young teenage girl like Carter needed. So they ended up being pasture animals, and then Carter grew up and got a job, and she's not home much to groom or take care of them. So they've pretty much just been a feed bill, and Lady really needs to be ridden, and they both need to be taken better care of. They're fed, they have shelter, they have clean water, but they're not groomed on a regular basis. We always brought the farrier in. They're in good health. They're just not loved like they should be. And so we have found a home for them to go to where they will be loved, and they're coming to pick them up in a little while. So what would I do differently? I would have waited, and I would have really looked for a pony or a horse that was really just a good daily rider, that had been ridden all the time, where Carter could have just hopped right on her and taken her around the field. I had a horse when I was 12, and I rode her constantly. I loved her. She was my constant companion, and I had such fond memories of that, and that's what I really wish had happened for Carter, and it didn't. So I would just say, if you're in the position of buying a horse, make sure you get the right one. Make sure you get the one that fits the skill level and the needs of your family. I can't go back and change. I can't go back and change Carter's 3 years of experience with her horse that she only rode 3 or 4 times. I can't go back and change that for her. We didn't have the money to hire somebody in to come out and really get Lady back underhand. Chris and I both work a lot of the time. Chris was in California during all of that. It just, I as a parent, I should have made a better decision, and that's hard to reconcile. I wish things had been differently, And it's hard to share. But if you can learn from this, and get a horse that better suits the needs of your family, then, you know, definitely go ahead and get them. A lot of people don't have them because they just call them pasture ornaments, which is kind of what ours ended up being. I loved my pony. I rode her all the time, and I really wish I had given that same experience to Carter. Carter worked really hard for a couple years, every odd job she could get, to save up every penny she could get to buy this girl. And, you know, I wish it had turned out differently for her. Carter watched every horse grooming video, every horse care video that she could. She went to lessons. She was really responsible, helping them, taking care of the horse. She did a really good job taking care of these girls until she got a job of her own. But I think had she had a horse that she really bonded with and really rode her, that she'd still be making time for her today, or him, whichever it had been. So that's my 2 cents. And that's why we're saying goodbye to our horses. And I'm a little sad to see them go. The part of me that used to ride horses thinks I would like to ride again, but the 1 or 2 times I got on Lady, my knees and hips weren't very happy with me. So I guess I don't really want to ride as much as I think I do. And you can't really, it's hard to find a home for horses, especially when one of them cannot be ridden. So we are not getting back what we put into it at all. Carter's not, and that again makes me sad for her. So, lesson learned the hard way. Learn from us. Don't make the same mistake. Just do your research and really think about any animal's a commitment. And I thought I knew what we were getting into because I had been a horse owner. I've had horses before. And had it been a different one, I think everything would have been fine. I really think it all comes down to I don't want to say I trusted the people that we got her from, because she was the horse that Carter had taken lessons on. And so they had a bond, they had a relationship. She was fine for Carter at that time. At the time we got her, it was not the right time for her nor for us. So going back, that's what I would change. Hi, Missy. Hi, Mama. This is Missy. Hey, Mama. Hey, sweet girl. And, Missy, can you tell them? Say, like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you next time. The rooster crows. I'm going to miss you, girls. I am. Yes, and I'm glad you're going where you're going to get good love. I am, yeah.